This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40 and verse 11. And it reads, "All things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, and that which is of the waters doth return into the sea." First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson off by giving all honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rahaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there diligently pushing the word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings be unto you and your household. Or it's your brother Kazak Tazabah coming at you once again through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And this lesson is inspired by what's known today as what's considered to be grounding. Okay, grounding, because this is not a new concept by any means. However, it's something that has been neglected as a whole. Okay, and so, through reading and studying it and looking into it more in depth, I've come to understand and realize the benefits of grounding, or what's considered also known as earthing or whatever. But and what it really means is just walking barefoot. As simple as walking barefoot on grass, all right, or sand, dirt, sometimes even concrete. But the point of it is that our feet, all right, and the soles of our feet and the palms of our hands are, the biggest absorption, organ that our bodies have. Okay, a lot of what we put on our feet or our hands is being absorbed in our bodies. Okay, so you have to be mindful of what you're feeding your body. Okay, whether it's putting certain chemicals, dealing with chemicals, or putting harmful things on your body. Your body just soaks it all up. Okay, and in society, it's in the 60s, it was what was created to, the shoe, the modern day shoe was, I think it was rubber sole shoes was made up 95% of the market at the time. And, essentially it disconnected us from the earth. And I say that in a way that's, just don't look at it as some, new age, Mother Earth type of thing, because that's not what this is about. All right, because what we do is, tying this in with the scripture, all right, and how, the Lord gave the earth for our sake, okay, and there's benefits, okay, out of, the natures of the earth, okay. We have, the periodic table, okay, that all the different elements, all right, that's beneficial to our bodies, magnesium. We've been depleted of magnesium. All right, we should be able to get magnesium from plants, herbs and things of that nature, but because of the soil so deprived of it, and it's we have to consume a lot of the high magnesium foods in order to reap the benefits of it. But obviously there's supplements and things of that nature that are beneficial. But I digress. The point of the matter is, the earth has a lot of healing aspects to it, and this is one. All right. So I just want to bring out some sources here, and just end it off with some scripture. All right, but you just type it in, the benefits of grounding, and it says grounding appears to improve sleep, normalize the day-night cortisol rhythm, reduce pain, reduce stress, shift an autonomic nervous system from sympathetic to, I don't know, it just keeps going there. It says down below, while at the same time you receive a charge of energy in the form of free electrons, helping your body synchronize with the neutral frequencies of the earth. Okay, because the earth is full of, negative ions, okay? Negative ions, negative energy, all right? When, there's rain or electricity, lightning, all right, and it strikes, the earth, okay, that the earth absorbs it all, right? And the human body is made of a lot of, positive ions, and with the, and the fact that when we wear shoes, okay, and when we're walking around, in the house, even in our people that are in prison, okay, that's, walking around on concrete, metal, they call it the concrete jungle, or, in the cities where, you don't have the luxuries of finding a beach or a lake or, open land, okay, to walk freely. What it does, and with all the EMFs and the radiation from our cell phones, people got, AirPods and, all the harmful stuff that's being emitted in the air, man. We're absorbing that all. Okay. And what it does, it causes brothers to, go feel, stress, high levels of stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, high blood pressure, inflammation in our bodies. You see, our bodies just absorb all of that. Okay. And the reason why it's called grounding is because it's, when you ground, it equalizes, it balances everything out within our bodies. Okay. There's also, I want to get something real quick because, I saw this video and I thought it was interesting. So I'm going to play this real quick. Come back to it.
I want to show you something interesting. Look, I have a simple voltmeter here. One is in the ground, the minus, and the plus I have here. And now I'm wearing shoes, sort of. Yeah, I'm not connected with the ground. I touch the red pin. What does it say? 1 or sometimes 0. And look, when I touch my feet, with my feet, the ground, what happens? Up. And up. Think about it. When you wear shoes. That's why I don't do it anymore. Cheers.
See that? So, and I even bought one of those voltmeters, and I, before I did this lesson, before I decided to do this lesson, rather, I tested it out myself. Okay, and it's valid. Okay, it's real. It's not no gimmick. It's not no BS or no scam or nothing like that. This stuff actually it works, man. When you step on, and I did it at the beach. Okay, I did it at the beach, and just as that example I just showed there was very similar. Okay, which goes to show that there is a charge in the earth, and when we connect to it, it balances us out. Now he used a different setting, but there's another setting where on the voltmeter where you adjust it, and it'll tell you your charge, based off of you yourself, okay, and the other part being grounded in the electrical outlet, okay, because there's on the electrical outlet you have the 3 prongs, the 2 up top, and then you have the one larger circle at the bottom. Well, the larger circle at the bottom, if you didn't know, is what's connected to the ground. Okay, that's what's connected to the ground, because if you didn't have a grounding, the grounding part of that outlet, it could cause a fire. It could cause a spark. Okay, and could essentially burn your place down. That's why the grounding aspect is to prevent the fire, just like our bodies, inflammation, okay? To reduce the inflammation so it doesn't catch fire, our bodies don't catch fire. And I'm not talking literally, but it has to be grounded, you see? So our bodies work in unison, with the Earth's magnetic field, okay? But like it says here, it helps with our body, okay? It even has studies. There's, lengthy studies of this concept, all right? And just to name a couple, right? Well, which we've already read those. Let's see. I want to go to. Let's look at the images because I like to. I'm a visual person, right? Let's see what some of these benefits are, right? Vitamin G or grounding, right? It says super free or super simple, completely free, can be done anywhere at any time. Your body runs through a type of electrical current. The Earth's negative charges can create a stable internal electrical environment for normal function of all body systems. Your body is naturally able to absorb electric charges from the Earth since your skin acts as a conductor. Your feet, especially certain points in the balls of your feet, are believed to especially be good at receiving the Earth's electricity, but most of us never ground. Our brain, heart, and neurotransmitter activity all rely on electrical signals. So when our electricity is off, so can be certain aspects of our health. Okay? You see? Right? It reduces inflammation and pain, improves sleep, improves energy, mood, balances hormones, improves circulation and wound healings, reduces free radicals and cortisol, boosts recovery and athletic performance. Okay? And this is just as simple as, walking, on grass, on dirt, right? Or the sand, right? Yep. Anxiety alleviates fatigue and being in this kingdom, man. Okay. Where it's, a lot of concrete, cement, you living in big cities, you see. Well, remember what happened when the C-19 was going on? You remember they were saying, don't go to the parks, don't go outside, stay indoors. It was to keep us sick. You see? It was all to keep us sick. Because the moment people come to realize that the very same thing that we need to keep us healthy is what they were preventing us from doing. Okay? I remember out here in California, they shut the beaches down. No one was allowed to be out on the beach, on the sand, getting air, catching the breeze or nothing. Even parks, they had them completely closed down. They had caution tape around parks. You see? And it was off, man. And that's the what happens with this, with Esau being in power, man. Doing everything to keep us sick. So our people can continue to go to these, pharmakias, right? Which is really going into witchcraft, popping, all kind of medication. You see? When this is just a free version of that, man. And this is really the knowledge of this, is of the heavens, man. Of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, allowing us to come to realize, something as simple as this. All right. Let me get because I came across these some of them goes off, but it's one of those things you chew up the meat, spit out the bones type of thing. So I'm gonna play like 3 of these, and we're gonna end it with some precepts.
The body saturates with electrons practically instantaneously. We tried to figure out how much charge the body takes in when you touch the earth. What happens is the body saturates with electrons practically instantaneously. It's so fast that you can't measure it. So electrons from the earth enter the body right away, and they coat the red blood cells so that the cells repel each other. and then they can't clump, and the blood viscosity goes down. It's easier for the heart to pump the blood pressure goes down, all kinds of cardiovascular issues, they go away.
As y'all can see,
Quick thought.
Today, we're gonna see how the earthing or the grounding affects your blood. We're gonna take her blood, put it on the slide, microscopic slide, and take a look. As you can see, all her red blood cells are stacked up. This is called a stacked up cell. And see, let's go see if the earthing can help improve a level. They're actually earthing right now, and they're just starting to ground. So we'll see them back in 10 minutes. Let's see how the earthing or the grounding has affected their blood. As you can see, the blood, before and after the earthing is obviously changed. So after you do the earthing, the blood can circulate better. This is a good example. Today we're gonna see.
And as you saw there, that was just 10 minutes. They say to get the full benefit of it, you need to at least, I think they said 22 minutes, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes a day, but that was just 10 minutes, and how, her viscosity in her blood was increased. The blood flow was a lot smoother. All right. Especially brothers who got, hypertension, high blood pressure. All right. Things of that nature. All right. This is good. Okay.
So a lot of people ask about grounding and is it beneficial for your heart? And the answer is definitely yes. Our ancestors walked around barefoot. All animals are walking around barefoot on planet Earth. So it's definitely beneficial. Now, there is some scientific evidence that this is true. Data shows that actually grounding, or what's known as earthing, helps lower inflammation, helps to improve blood pressure, and also improve circulation by lowering blood viscosity. So those are 3 different ways that when you do earthing, grounding, you're going to get cardiovascular benefits. Earth, ground on a daily basis. Walk barefoot like I'm standing in the grass right now. The beach would be best if you got sand. If you've got some kind of healthy space, always attempt to ground at least once a day. Reset your electricity of your body, improve and diminish the EMF that you're exposed to by standing, getting all the energy from the earth up through your body, and that's the best way that you can ground. Cheers to your 100-year heart. All
right, so as you see, this is something that's been is well known, all right, but to Jake, okay, they'll never consider such a thing, right? Because if it doesn't pertain to ways of getting money, getting women, so on and so forth, they don't want to hear it. Okay, that's why this is for the elect, man. Okay, because we do all things for the elect's sake. All right, especially if this comes down another lockdown of some sort and whatever, hey brothers, if you got the means, go ahead and invest in one of these. And that's what I was going to get into is a grounding mat. I had one. I recently just bought another one, but it's beneficial if you can't, obviously if you live in the city you can't get around, but let's type in grounding mats. All right, let's see if there's any all right, here we go. Salakia.
Dr. Barrett, Wellness Secrets 4. Check out this photo above, you guys. This is 4 days prior to using a grounding mat and the inflammation measured in his back, and this is 4 days after. It was a dramatic improvement in his inflammation levels. What is grounding? What is earthing? Grounding is connecting your body to the earth, and this is something that we evolved to do millions of years, and all of a sudden in the 1970s, people started noticing there's an increase of inflammation and arthritis and chronic diseases that we never saw in the past. So that's when people started wearing rubber-soled shoes and sleeping on mattresses and not being connected with the earth. So you ever wonder, when you go out in the grass barefoot, or you go out to the beach or the ocean and you walk in the dirt or you walk on concrete, you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit better? It's because you're discharging the positive charge that's building up in your body. When I first heard about this, I thought it was a scam. I actually did some research and I found out that your body develops that charge, your blood cells become sticky, and your neutrophils start attacking everything. So if you start to ground yourself like we evolved to, you get lots of improvement in sleep, reduces chronic pain, reduces inflammation, normalizes your body. How do you get started? Well, start by going around barefoot. Connect yourself to the ground. If you don't have that option, get a grounding mat. I have one in my link tree in my bio. Dr. Barrett, Wellness Secrets 4. Check out this photo above you guys.
A grounding mat. Okay. And they're fairly reasonably priced. They're not too expensive, as you can see. You know, you got some here. I bought mine on Amazon. Actually, I have the one on the top right, the Huga. That's the one that I got. But yeah, man, you get it, you know, where you work at a desk, or if you sitting at the house and you just plug it in, you know, plug it into the grounding part of the outlet, and, you know, get your little 20-30 minutes in. You know, it helps. All right. Helps, you know, especially with Esau, you know, wearing our spirits down, you know, tasking us, you know, having to be up, you know, at the crack of dawn. Okay, working us hella late, you know, stress, you know, the food that we're eating, you know, it ain't the best, you know, so we can only control, you know, what we can, you know, and really it's all by the Lord. And really what it comes down to is prayer, man, you know, and this isn't a lesson to base it off of, you know, trusting in you know, in other things, because at the end of the day, all right, at the end of the day, it's all by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so let me get Sirach real quick, the 17th chapter and the first verse, and it reads, "The Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days and a short time, and power also over the things therein." Okay, so, you know, we were created, you know, out of the earth, man. All right, goes into that in Genesis, the 2nd chapter, where he, you know, the Lord goes into it briefly, verse 6. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground, and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul, you know. But and as it says that we're going to return to the dust therein, you know, because when we go, you know, our flesh dies off or whatever, we go back into the earth, we go back into the ground. All right, let's go back to Sirach, the 38th chapter, and I'll start from the top. It reads, "Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which he may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. For the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." Okay, this is a common scripture when it comes to, you know, eating right, eating healthy, you know, consuming, you know, the medicines of the earth, plants, herbs, you know, teas, things of that nature, what they call them, tinctures, okay, stuff like that. But this is also by way of, you know, the natural things, just, you know, by absorbing it through our bodies. All right, primarily our feet, which which is the major part of our body that absorbs things. Okay, I know, for instance, with all the nerve endings and, okay, everything down there, it's you know, it's vital. Okay, I remember one time a while back, a few years back, but I got a foot massage. My feet were hurting, and, you know, I figured, I was like, you know what, let me go get a foot massage. And while my feet were being massaged, you know, the nerves, okay, down there was compressed, you know, it was, so they pushed it, and they was working the kinks out, and I felt it was so powerful that I felt my neck start to twitch, because it was somehow, some way throughout my entire body connected. Okay, there's different parts of the sole of the feet that affect certain organs and certain body parts. It's quite interesting, honestly. But the point of what I'm trying to make is, our feet are major. It's a major part of our body that that absorbs all these things. They say, like, when you're sick, put an onion in a sock. Okay, what is it? Either onion or a potato, the skin of a potato. I've heard both of them, but whichever one is, it helps with detoxifying your body. Detoxifies and cleanses you and gets rid of the whatever you're feeling, that little sick feeling that you got. All right, those help. Why? Because it's on your feet. You see. So reading on, it says, was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he hath given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. With such doth he heal men and take away their pains. Of such doth the apothecary make a confection. An apothecary is really someone who puts herbs together and blends it and, creates medicines out of it. It says, and of his work there is no end, and from him is peace over all the earth. My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and he will make thee whole. You see? So really what it comes down to is prayer, man. Okay, yeah, we can do all these different things for our bodies and the benefits of our body, but really what it boils down to is prayer. Okay? It all comes down to prayer and faith. Right? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. And let's get, I believe it's 17. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements. Okay, the elements, there's different elements in the earth, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, phosphorus, magnesium, all these, so on and so forth. There's a list of them. You can look them up, periodic table, and that's just to name a few, because there's more there's more than that the Lord has created, all for our benefit. Right? It says, the beginning, ending, in the midst of times, the alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of seasons, the circuits of years and the position of stars, the nature of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diverse plants and virtues of roots. Okay, you see what the Lord bestowed upon Solomon, all his wisdom, all this wisdom. The Lord gave him all this knowledge, right? It says, and all such things as are, it says, and all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know. Okay, and this is all based through wisdom, man. This is all through the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and the Lord will grant us this gift, man. You got brothers that are, that's why we have different offices, man. You got the gifts of healing, the gifts of, let's see that. I think that's in the Corinthians. Yep. Let's see. I'll read verse 4. 1 Corinthians 12 and 4. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but is the same power which worketh all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of the tongues. But all these worketh that one and the selfsame Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will, right? But we're all one body, man. But every, brothers have different gifts, and the bring forth, certain, medicines, and I don't do it too often, but I know the Apostle Gabar, he goes into it quite often with his diet and what he eats, what he consumes. Okay, he does videos and recipes and things of that nature. I know other brothers have tinctures and teas and herbs that they do lessons on. I know when the whole C19 was going on, brothers was making videos of concoctions and things of that nature. And this is all through the Spirit, man. It's all through the Spirit, man. Where our bodies are weighed down. Okay, it's being in this captivity, it's taking a toll. Okay, so we got to do the best we can to take care of our bodies. All right, to continue to do the will of the Lord. All right, to continue to serve Him, to be able to have the strength, to be able to go out and teach. All right, and keep those demons away, man. Keep those depression demons away, those anxiety demons away. So on and so forth. All right, so that way we can stay strong and be fervent in this truth, man. But that was pretty much it. All right, that was on my spirit that I really wanted to get into. Lord willing, was edifying. But I strongly encourage brothers, if you got the means, man. I mean, if you can afford, anywhere from 20, up to what, $80 it shows there. They even got them for your bed. You put them across your bed. They got sheets. They got a lot of options, man. So if you can, by all means, man, because go, let's do it. Do your own diligent search. Look into it, read into it. There's studies. And Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Okay, so with that, I'd like to give honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutations to the hopeful elect. And until next time, Shalom.